Just
Sound
one of those
check.
days.
We back with another edition of the Two Mops podcast. It's your boy, Young Mophead.
Yeah, it is.
Dr. Phil.
Shut your fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I was just telling Aiden that last clip I made for last episode took like 3 hours over 2 days.
For a 15-second clip.
55 seconds.
Dude, like, legit, you could design LSD trips. Like, if that was possible. Like, if you... Because that clip felt like a fucking trip. Like, just watching it, bro. I was tripping the fuck out. It was fucked.
I'm the only one in the bad.
It was fucked, man.
Oh man, how's your day been? What'd you get up to? Oh yeah, you work?
Work. I've been working every day this week, man.
Yeah.
My work's like there's no limit on hours. You can just work as much as you want.
Oh wow.
So I'm going to be starting at 5 a.m. soon. Just working 5 a.m., 5 p.m.
12 hours?
Yeah, dude. Bro, some people work even more than that, eh?
Is that even legal? I swear 12 hours is a cap, but whatever.
No, like, I don't think, like, anyone cares if it's illegal or not. Because you just get heaps of money, you know? And if it's over 8 hours, you get time and a half for every hour extra.
Right.
So it's worth doing. And, like, it's a pretty easy job. Like, physically it's not easy, but mentally it's really easy.
Yeah.
But you get so bored.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like, literally, I just wake up in the middle of work and I'm, like, pushing some trolley and I'm like, how the fuck did I get here? What the fuck even happened this morning? Like, I just forget everything I do at work.
Like that Good Charlotte song.
Which one?
Last night, this morning, what happened? Where we go? I woke up this morning. Where's my car? Where's my keys? Where's my life?
Where's my clothes?
Extra strawberries for mine, please.
Yes, my G. How was your day, man? Are you working today?
No, so I actually got fired yesterday. Shut the fuck up.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
You've been working for like 2 days. What the fuck? Fucking how?
So at Fantastic Furniture.
Well, I thought you were working in some like metal yard or something.
No, it's just a warehouse, just chucking like couches and furniture things into trucks.
Did you fuck on one of the couches while you were working? You know you can't do that, man. What did you do, bro?
It's the probably the best job I've ever worked in my life. Like, so I was just started off as like a temporary during COVID work because when I started, the truck drivers weren't allowed to load the trucks because normally the truck drivers do it. So
they're not allowed to get out.
Yeah, they're not allowed to come in the store and load the trucks. So all the warehouse workers had to do it.
Yeah.
So that's why they hired me to help the warehouse workers. So then after my first day, the rules just changed. The government regulations changed. So the next day...
Are you fucking joking, dude?
Hey, so the next day, I just like came in listening to not True Geordie, Friendly Geordie's podcast he did with Kevin Rudd.
Yeah, that one was mad, bro. I fucking love
Kevin
that
Rudd
one.
is sick, huh?
Yeah.
I was literally doing fuck all. I was doing a task that would take 1 hour over 5 hours. So then day 3, they're like, oh, do you want to have an actual warehouse job and properly work with us? I'm like, hell yeah. But at this place, there's like no boss. There's like no one to tell me what to do.
So you just don't know what to do all day?
I was tooling my... I was working like heaps though. I was like just stacking pallets, wrapping them.
So you didn't fuck on the couches. You were just playing with your dick on the fucking couches.
Hey.
God damn.
But like, you know, in workplaces sometimes you just have to wait for things, or like I said, you don't know what to do.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, It's like I'm not trying to be fucking lazy. I have no choice.
No, like at my work the other day, like there's this conveyor belt I have to load boxes onto.
Yeah.
And like, cause I'm so fast and so efficient, like I load the boxes so quickly that the people on the other end, they can't take them off quick enough.
Right.
So it's like stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And like when it stops for like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just standing there waiting for it to move again, and like my feet are so fucking sore. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit down until it starts moving again.
Mm-hmm.
This one like manager comes up to me, she's like, "Get up, you can't be sitting on the job." And I'm like, my feet are so sore, the thing's not even moving. I'm just gonna stand there and do nothing. She's like, "Well, I'd rather you stand there and do nothing than sit there and do nothing." I'm like,
why?
Bitch, why? And then she's like, the boss is right there. You can't be sitting on the job in front of the boss. And I'm like, like man, like afterwards I'm like, damn it, I should have just walked up to the boss and asked, like, is it okay if I sit down while I wait?
Yeah.
But I didn't. I just listened to her and stood up, and I was so salty for the rest of the day.
No.
I literally just started loading them like really slowly just to fucking annoy them.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, I had no motivation after that.
Hey, like, that happened to me so much in KFC. It's like, some managers just like let out their insecurities on you and like talk shit when literally everything's going smoothly. Bruh. And then you're just like, well, why the fuck should I work hard if people gonna complain for no reason?
But it's like, if they're feeling that way, like you can't let them dump that feeling on you. That's why they do it. Like after they get pissed off at you, then they feel better because they've like gotten that energy out of them. And you just gotta like laugh it off. Just be like, yeah, whatever, dude. I'm just doing my thing. Like, you gotta be confident what you're doing. Like, not let them affect you.
Yeah, just like I'm happy with myself, and someone else is unhappy.
Like
that
today,
should make me unhappy.
I was like rearranging pallets, and like we have Woolworths pallets, Coles, Aldi. So I put like Woolworths 6 next to Woolworths 12s, and then like Coles 6 next to Coles 12s.
And then all the shit ones on the Audi pallet.
But like, this fucking guy, man, he's like, why you put that? And then he moves like the Woolworths ones like all the way down the other end next to like the Aldi ones, and then like moves the Coles ones next to the Woolworths ones. And I'm like, what the fuck? This doesn't even make sense. But I'm just like, whatever, man. If you want to do that, do your fucking thing, man. It doesn't affect me. It's just weird that he redoes the job that I already did correctly. like what the fuck? And then he does this one weird thing. Like, I'll be in the middle of moving something with the pallet jack. Yeah. And he's like, oh, stop. And I'm like, yeah, what do you want? And he's like, oh, no, keep going. And he does that like every day, like multiple times a day. And I'm like,
just a control freak.
I don't know. Why does he stop me? Maybe. It feels like he's just trying to control me or something. I don't know, man. It's so weird.
Wow.
It's like he's just trying to double check everything I do. But he's not even a boss. Like, he's on the same level as me. He's just another worker.
He's just got an ego. Fuck.
And what makes it worse, like, I can't understand anything he's saying because he can, like, hardly speak English.
Oh, no.
It's just, it's so annoying, man. But I figured out a way to deal with it. Like, I just keep my happiness stable. I just don't care what he does anymore. Fuck it. No point letting people get to you, you know?
Raid on the cock. I can't say the same about... There's none of those kind of people at Fantastic Furniture. It's just like...
Everyone's just fantastic, right?
Yeah, legit. Like, I was working with this Kiwi guy, just blasting Aussie rap mixed with good rap. And like...
Day 1 or day 2?
This is day 2 of... Like, no, this is day 1 of like working the actual warehouse role.
Wait, you worked there more than 3 days?
No, 3 days total.
So this was on day 3?
Yeah.
The last day?
Yeah. So,
God damn. That's so depressing, man.
It's so
Gets made
stupid.
redundant in 3 days.
Everyone there was a sick cunt. Everyone was chill. And my main partner in crime was this really tall black guy. No racism, yeah. He was just my partner in crime. He was a sick cunt too. He lives in Mount Druitt, actually. And then it's like after work, I call the work recruiter, and then he goes, "Oh, the people you worked with today have like reported back to me that you were sort of standing around doing nothing. And I'm like, it's my first day in this role. Of course I don't know what to do. No one was telling me anything.
What the fuck?
I didn't even know who my boss was.
I hate that. Like when you're doing something for the first time and nobody's trained you on it, so you're trying to like figure out what you're meant to do, and then everyone gets mad at you because you don't know what to do.
Hey.
It's like, nobody's fucking trained me in this. Can you just help me? Like,
hey, the recruiter... So the recruiter's like, oh, when you get the report to Matt.
Yeah.
I met Matt. And then he's like, oh, okay. Can you follow this guy? Like, I shit you not. He's like, can you follow this guy? This Kiwi guy. Then this Kiwi guy was like, oh, alright, you'll be working with this guy. So I have no idea who my boss is. Is this weird?
Yeah, it's like that when I go into the freezer. Like, it's so stressful when I walk into the freezer because every time I put the pallet somewhere and the freezer guy's like, no. You put it here. I'm like, fuck. Why are you so fucking angry, man? Now I'm just like, I walk in there so scared every time. I'm like, okay, where do you want it? Where do you want it? And he's like, why do you always ask me?
Oh my god.
I'm like, dude. It's fuck. Apparently I'm going to be working in the freezer like next week though.
Oh,
dude, luck. I'm not keen for that. Like, it should pay more. Like, if you're working in 0 degrees, you should get paid extra.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't. Like, most workplaces do pay you extra if you work in the freezer, but ours doesn't, apparently. I don't know. I'm going to be like, look, if you want me in there every week, you're going to have to pay me time and a half to work in there every week. Like, otherwise, I just want to work where it's not freezing fucking cold. Like,
yeah, you should. Like, would the whole shift be in the freezer? That's fucked up.
I don't know. It's actually fucked.
That's not worth the same.
I think I know why the guy in there is so angry, because you look at his eyelashes and they're covered in ice. Like, actually, they're fucking frozen.
I was gonna say that as a joke, but then you said it.
They actually are. It's crazy. And there's just me walking in there with a fucking t-shirt on. He's probably so jealous. He's like, you get to come in here with a fucking t-shirt because it's so warm.
That's the only reason he's pissed.
Feels bad, man.
Fair enough.
So, your recruiter finds you another job or what?
No, he's like, I'll let you know.
Dude, they take months, eh?
Hey, I'm signed up with like 3 recruiters. I was still waiting.
Even when I got a job,
yeah,
like, the recruiter got me a job, and then, like, somehow they forgot that they got me a job, so they keep calling me, like, oh, we've got this job offer. And I'm like, you realize you gave me a job, like, 4 weeks ago? And they're like, oh, yeah, that's right, how's it going? And then fucking next week, the same thing happens again.
Really?
And then they're just like, oh, well, can we help you out with anything? And I'm like, yeah, buy me some boots.
Oh, man.
Never gets back to me about the boots. Fuck's sake, man.
Fuck. Another recruiter offered me a job that was meant to start today. Like, just full-time in Castle Hill. Warehouse for, like, mining tools. And then it just got cancelled randomly. It was $29 an hour, too.
Mining tools?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. But
I
who
don't
the
know.
fuck is mining in Castle Hill? You'd be like, is it like a shop that sells like gold mining, like metal detectors and all that kind of stuff, or like?
No, not for hobbies, for like actual miners.
Oh damn, like big ass dump trucks and stuff.
I don't know.
Or you wouldn't. You didn't work there.
No.
Far out. I've been thinking of getting into like gold hunting. It looks so fun. You just like go to random creeks where like the gold rush used to be, and like lift up rocks and like look for gold.
Bro.
It would be fun as, man.
Or you could just rack a bobcat.
Yeah, but yeah, fuck that. Like even those big mining operations where they go through like thousands of tons of dirt, like they don't even get everything. If you go through their dirt again, you can still find gold. Like if you go to an old abandoned mine and you look through
Fuck
it.
miners.
Why, bro?
This is ruining the environment and not even getting everything from it.
They should fix it up afterwards. Like I hate how they start a quarry and then they just leave like a giant fucking hole in the ground and a bunch of lumps of dirt.
Yeah.
Like, at least push the dirt back in there and fucking make some plants on it or something.
Hey.
Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, well.
Like, at least when they do landfill, like, after a landfill is full, they make an oval on it and, like, they cap it off and make an oval and people play sports on there and stuff. And, like,
That'd be sweet.
get fucking AIDS from all the chemicals leaching out of the grass. But hey, at least it looks nice, you know?
Dude, I think what it's going to take for the government to stop being so greedy and actually care about, like, quality of life
Yeah.
is for that to actually be a threat to the earth. That's the only way.
Isn't that the pandemic? That's what they're making it out to be.
No, they're still profiting off that. When there's actual global warming, then they'll actually start to give a fuck.
Man, I've been seeing one of those mobile speed cameras every single day. It's so fucked.
On that big road up there.
All over the place. They're just fucking
Richmond Road.
everywhere now. On this road here, whatever that fucking road is. They're just everywhere, man. It's so fucked. Every time I drive past, I put my window down and give them the finger. And the guy sitting in the car, like, they never see it because they're always on their phone.
Oh my god.
What a bludge job. You just sit there on your fucking phone all day, like, stealing money from
I might
people.
look into that job. I just get to sit there.
No, dude. No, you get bashed.
I'm not...
Rightfully so. They all deserve to be bashed, man.
Yeah, the speed camera will clip to them bashing me.
Fuck those guys, man. I saw a video on Facebook of a dude with a spray paint can just going up to a mobile speed camera and spray painting the back of it.
While someone was there on their phone.
Yeah. He just runs away afterwards.
Oh, that's funny.
The guy didn't even notice because he's on his fucking phone. He probably sat there for 3 hours afterwards like, why are the images black? Did I leave the lens cap on? What the fuck? Fuck those things, dude. And on the side of it's like, change the world, save lives. Shut the fuck up. You're taking people's licenses and making them fucking take Centrelink. Like,
you know what's a lot more dangerous than speeding? Tired driving.
walking.
Walking.
I don't know. Tired driving is probably a lot more dangerous.
Worse than drink driving.
Only time I've crashed my car is when I was tired as fuck. And playing with my dick while driving. No. Legit though, like, I was so fucking tired, I just fell asleep.
My first crash was because I was eating Hungry Jacks while driving.
Eating while driving is actually pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, I find myself eating Maccas while driving, and I'm like, man.
What the fuck would you eat Maccas?
Because I'm fucking late to work, and I can't be fucked making a coffee at home, and I'm just like...
Hungry Jacks.
Hungry Jacks? No. Like, their eggs don't taste like egg.
Oh, you get breakfast stuff.
Yeah. Hungry Jack's breakfast stuff is so bad. And they don't even have baristas there. Like, it's some robot coffee machine. It doesn't even use milk.
Dude. Yeah, and you pay half as much.
They use, like, fucking drain water to make the coffee, bro.
I'd rather have drain water coffee than spend, like, $7 more for it.
Well, you're clearly not trained as a barista.
I actually am. I'm qualified.
Then how the fuck can you possibly drink fucking drain water coffee, man?
Well, I don't go to Hungry Jack's for coffee. I go to 7-Eleven, obviously.
That's just as fucking bad.
7-Eleven coffee's the dopest coffee.
I mean, the beans there are pretty good, but, like, it's just not blended nicely, you know? Like, a proper fucking barista makes the milk so smooth and, like...
The robot's gonna beat your ass for saying that.
Bro, the robots can't do shit, man.
What?
They can't even make coffee, man.
Robots, I'm not involved in any of this.
Wait,
the camera's off.
I'm already on Google's hit list, bro. I talked to her so rude in the car. Like, I'm like, can you call... Like, today I was like, can you call 0420 69 17 16? And then she calls, like, 042 69 1716. And I'm like, Google, you fucking dumbass bitch, what the fuck, you motherfucker? I, like, swear my head off at her.
She's gonna put a dildo up you. Believe you me.
She's so fucking dumb, man. I have to say 0420. I can't say 0420. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah, let's take a 1-minute break because my SD card's full. Oh, wait, there's no camera.
It's already full? You bought that phone like a couple of days
No,
ago.
because I used the old, like, SD card. Oh. We back.
Juicy close up for you guys.
Oh, yeah. What the frick were you talking about? Probably something really boring.
Who knows? Who cares? Let's move on. There's better things.
Oh, you know that, my dad thinks... Wait, what did my dad message you the other day?
I wake up at like 7 a.m. getting ready for work, and I check my phone. Barney's like, Aiden, I'm quite concerned. Has Jason tried crystal meth? And I'm like, the fuck? What have you fucking said to him? I'm like, no, not that I'm aware of. But why does he think you tried crystal meth, bro? Have you tried crystal meth?
Yeah, what do you think I'm on now?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm kidding.
Shut the fuck up. I would be able to smell it, first of all. People that smoke meth, they fucking stink like meth, bro. It smells like a mix of like piss and fucking weird ass chemicals. It smells so weird.
I didn't smell like it because I just started.
Shut the...
I still had a shower recently.
No, it's like all over their clothes and stuff, you know?
Yeah, well, anyway. Freaking... So one night I was on Dexies, and then I just gave like both my parents gratitude calls. So I called Barney. I'm like, thanks for raising me well. Thanks for, like, you know, teaching me how to eat healthy and all this shit.
And of course Barney's like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? Why are you saying this?
Yeah, then I just...
Why are you being grateful for stuff? This is so not you.
Hey. And then it just slipped out at some point. I'm just like, oh, yeah, I'm on something. And then he just, like, went full, like, I don't know, just became a hater. And then, so then...
Tell me exactly what he said.
Oh, nothing in particular. He just had shit
Pretend
vibes.
that you're Barney talking to you. What was he like?
Oh, you know that's not good. Just something really boring like that.
Well, that's not good, Jason. What do you want?
Just ask 10 consecutive annoying questions.
He's probably like, are you on meth? And then you're like, yeah, I am. Legit. That's probably what you fucking did to him. I know you.
After that phone call, I just blocked him because I freaking hate him.
You fucking blocked him.
Yeah, and then I just sent him a text the next day. I'm like, oh, you know...
The meth's worn off now, Barney.
I made it sound realistic. I'm like, oh, I think you should try crystal. It has really beneficial components to it. I said something like that.
You literally torture your dad, bro. You fucking torture him, bro.
He fucking deserves it. I gave him a 20-minute gratitude call, and then he's just like so ungrateful about my gratitude.
I mean, like, your dad should know you well enough to know that you wouldn't do meth. Like, if he's like thinking that you have, like, there's something wrong. Like, he's obviously got some judgment about you. That's fucked. Like, my dad, I know he has judgments about me, and he definitely thinks I'm doing meth. Like, 100%. That's why I don't talk to him.
I find our dads so similar just because they're the same age as well.
Bro. Like, I know people the same age as my dad who fucking smoke weed, and they're mad cunts.
Yeah.
And they fucking do shrooms and stuff, and they're like 40, and they're like, yeah, it's fucking great, it relaxes me, it's fun, like, they're nice people. And then there's like our dads that fucking won't touch anything because they're too scared of it, and they just judge the shit out of you for doing what you want with your own life.
I guess there's one difference that, like, your dad completely hates marijuana, whereas my dad sees it on the same level as alcohol.
Thing is, like, my dad grew weed when he was a kid.
The hell?
I'm like, how could you hate weed? You fucking grew it. He got busted by his own dog. He was in the middle of the bush because they live like on the coast in Ulladulla, and there's like heaps of bushland around.
Yeah.
He was like trying to grow a bunch of weed plants in the bush, and then his parents are going for a walk with their dog in the bush, right? And then his dog's like, oh, I can smell David. And then he like fucking runs off. And then his dad's like chasing the dog like, oh, come back. And then what do they stumble across? My dad trying to fucking grow weed plants in the middle of the bush. Bro, it's so funny, man.
Is that why he got too traumatized from
Maybe
that?
he never got to smoke it. Like, maybe his dad just belted him for trying to grow it. And then he never got to fucking try it. But like, if I ever become friends with my dad again, like, I really want to smoke up with him. Like, it would be so good.
Oh, your dad's funny as fuck.
But I feel like he would get really paranoid, like, because he's the type of person that stresses, like, all the time, constantly stressed.
Same with my dad.
Yeah, so if he tried it, I feel like he would just go straight to a panic attack and be like, I don't like this is so bad. Like, he just wouldn't be able to, like, get past the negative thoughts.
Yeah, once I asked my dad, like, how it felt when he had weed, and he was like, oh, just don't do it. It just makes you paranoid. It's not worth it. I'm like, well, that has to do with your mindset. That point of life.
It makes you paranoid, you need to deal with whatever in your head is the thing making you paranoid, because the plant doesn't fucking do that. The plant just makes you more sensitive to your own feelings.
Yeah.
Like, if you're super hungry and then you smoke, like, it'll feel fucked. Like, your body will feel completely fucked because you're more sensitive to the hunger, and like it's actually like painful when you're high. Or do I just have mad fucking munchies? But no, I swear, like, most drugs, they make you more sensitive to your body, and like you can and like you're not used to those feelings, so then you just like you talk it up to be like, in your head, like your internal dialogue talks it up to be like something like terribly wrong, when it's just like a simple feeling, like you're hungry or like you're tired. Like, yeah,
and it's kind of like a trip as well, because it makes you not completely yourself, your ego. Like, it takes you a step back.
Weed is definitely a psychedelic. Like, people say it's not. People say it's like an opiate. But like, when you take an opiate, it's impossible to have a panic attack. Like, when you take oxys, right? Like, you just melt into your bed and it's so comfortable, and the whole world is so fucking comfortable. When you smoke weed, like, you have to think about your life and think about things that make you happy and make you comfortable. Like, the weed isn't just gonna bring you to a comfortable place.
Yeah, you have to direct it.
You have to direct yourself to a comfortable place. And like, if you can't do that when you're sober, you're not gonna be able to do that when you're high. You know?
Oh, true. That is our dads.
Pretty much.
Because when they're sober, they're always like
stressed out as fuck.
Yeah, just worried about the next thing. Oh, what's gonna happen? What could happen?
Like
I can't enjoy life.
My dad's bed, like when he changes his sheets, it's just completely covered in like sweat. And I'm like,
really?
How do you sweat that much? And it's because he's so stressed out. Like, he's just constantly sweating all the fucking time because he's so stressed. I'm like, damn, that's in my genes. Like, I need to fucking get rid of that tendency to like stress and just sweat over everything. Like, people always say to me at work, because when I get there in the morning, like, I'm pretty stressed out for like half an hour because like I'm getting used to everything. And people are always like, don't worry, man. Like, don't worry. Like, that is the best advice. Like, just don't fucking worry, because worrying has never helped anything, you know? Like, even if you're in a dire situation, like the whole building's burning down, like, worrying about it is not going to help you get out. Like, being calm and like thinking about like how to get out, like, that's going to help you the most. Like, worrying about things is never going to help. Like, no matter what's happening, just don't worry, you know?
Hey, and that's what all modern UFC fighters say. They say, if you're going emotional and like worried, then you're going to make bad decisions in the fight. Whereas if you're going calm, you see everything that's coming, you're like, just compose and do a good job.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Some people, they can't turn off the worry. Like, I don't know. They can. They just don't allow themselves to, you know? And like, I've been like that for ages, but I'm starting to realize, like, you can just turn it off. Like, you don't have to be worried, you know?
Bro, I'm sure you've got so many tools with all the psychedelics you've done.
I want to do more, you know? You know what I mean? Like, the most acid I've ever done is 2 tabs. And it was fucking intense, bro. Like, the whole time I was convinced I was gonna die. Like, this is the day I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, just worries like that. I just need to get them out of my damn head.
Yeah, I want to do one like waking up 6 a.m. so I can see the sun rise fully and see it set fully. Oh.
I think every time I trip from now on, like tripping at home, I just feel so trapped and like there's no like new inputs coming at me, you know?
Yeah.
Like when you're tripping, you need new inputs. Like you need to be out in nature, like having like beautiful flowers and like birds and animals looking at you and stuff. Like if you're just inside your room tripping out, like there's no input coming at you. So like you're just left with what you already have. And what I already have is a bunch of like traumatic situations from my life and a bunch of stress about like where am I actually going in life? Like what am I doing? Like worrying about like procrastinating too much and like how I haven't gotten anything done. Like because you're at home and that's what you're usually like at home. You're like at home you're usually thinking like what am I doing? Like how am I advancing myself? And like if you're constantly thinking that stuff while you're tripping, you're gonna be stressed. Like you just need to let go of everything and just go with the trip. Just let it show you like beautiful things. That's why you need to be out in nature. Like every time I trip from now on, I just want to like drive my car out, go for a giant hike, like pitch a tent, drop some acid, just walk around in the fucking bush, like tripping balls, you know? Like what could possibly go wrong in the bush tripping? A lot. You could fucking like my worst nightmare is like I get bitten by a snake and like I'm in the middle of a trip.
And you won't even feel it. Or you'll think you were just tripping.
Yeah. Or like what? Imagine.
No, you would know.
Imagine you like broke your ankle or something like while you're tripping and there's nobody with you to help you, and you're like in the middle of the bush. I don't know. See, I'm already worrying and I'm not even tripping yet.
That's why you do it during the day. You can't. There'll be other people.
I think I need to do it with someone else, you know?
Dude, like all my trips I've ever done have been like during the day in the bush and been great because before my first trip I actually did research on it because I used to be scared.
Yeah, I haven't done any research on it at all. That's why I'm like, what are you supposed to do when you do acid? Like I have no idea what you're meant to do. Like I just sit in my bed like and let the acid take me over and I'm like, what am I supposed to be thinking about, you know?
Hey.
Like, I need input. I need something to make me think about things. Like, going for a walk makes you think about stuff.
Hey, even when you're sober, going for walks help you think.
100%.
Maybe, yeah, that's like, trips aren't actually changing anything, eh? They're just making you see how life normally is in a different way.
They make you more sensitive to everything. Like, you take in more information than you'd usually take.
Yeah.
That's why it gets so overwhelming. But like, I think it's good because if you get used to that like overwhelming feeling and it becomes like less and less overwhelming, then like when the trip wears off, you're able to take in more information like in your sober state, because like you've been to a place where there's like all this overwhelming information like attacking you. And like you've been able to deal with it like during that. So when you're sober and like there's not so much like stuff coming at you, like you're able to handle it because you've been through like way more intense stuff than that.
Amen.
It changes your brain to like be able to handle more stuff, take more things in at once. You know, like be more aware of like all the different aspects of your life. Because like people that have never tripped or never done drugs, like they're like.
Machines.
They're stuck in like this part of their life and like what's happening right now, like oh, I've got work tomorrow, like what am I doing at work tomorrow, or like this happened at work today, or like, you know, like all the everyday things in your life, and like you're focused on those aspects, but there's so many other aspects of your life, like all these friends you've met like ages ago, and like all your past relationships and all the things you've been through. Like you don't think about those things normally.
Yeah.
And like when you trip, it brings out all these different aspects and you actually think about them. And then, you know, like it just makes you more aware of all the different aspects of your life and all the different people you're affecting and like how all these different people are affecting you.
Hey.
It's just good to like go that deep and like think about things in like all these different directions.
Yeah. And you got ego deaths sometimes. Make you appreciate things, and you can appreciate like just how beautiful everything is because time slowed down so much. Or time doesn't exist at all, actually.
The weird thing though, like when I used to trip, like last year, I was tripping like every week or like multiple times a week.
Yeah.
I would drop acid and then I swear the whole trip would just go by. And then I reach the end and it's already like worn off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where did all that time go? Like, what was I doing the whole time? Like,
Yeah.
the whole time I was just like in like a dream, like thinking about like whatever.
Well, like a daydream.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
probably just my worry about like having to get things done. Like when you're tripping, you don't need to get things done. You just need to think about things. I think,
Getting things done is just going around exploring somewhere cool.
but yeah, like when I was like before, I thought I had to use it as a tool to like make music. Like, oh, I have to write songs while I'm tripping. I have to like record while I'm tripping. But like, you don't have to. You just need to think about the songs and think about all the stuff you're recording, so that when it wears off, you've got all these thoughts like fresh in your head, and then you can get it done. You know. But if you're stressed about getting things done while you're tripping, it's gonna be hard because it's hard to do things while you're tripping.
Oh
you know?
god, my first mushroom. Wait.
Someone be knocking on the door.
My first. Alright, we'll be right back.
I deliberately tell him I will let you know when you can dry your clothes. You don't have to come down here and interrupt. Comes down and interrupts anyway. Ah, this kid, man.
Yeah, we just had a bit of a speed bump. Speed hump, some people like to call it.
I'm triggered. I'm triggered. We'll have James on an episode soon. You guys will get to know him. He has a lot to talk about. A lot. We won't run out of topics if we have him on. That's for sure.
It's like when I listen to Impulsive podcasts, and then Logan's friend Mike just like takes up half the podcast with all this LA fucking politically correct shit, and it's like, shut the fuck up. I just can't watch Impulsive. I just want to listen to Logan Paul. Is that too much to ask?
Yes, it is.
Clearly it is. Like, they'll have like Mike Tyson on and like all these cool guests, and then Mike just like talks the whole thing. It's like,
You don't like Mike Tyson?
no, not Mike Tyson. I mean, shut the fuck up. Alright, as I was saying, you were talking about in trips, like if you're worried about things that you have to get done, it's like unsettling. My very first mushroom trip. Oh, should I be snitching on myself?
Yeah.
Okay. On my very first mushroom trip, these kids called up and before the trip, they're like, "Oh, can you help us get alcohol and like for the end?" So I was like, "Yeah." So like for the
By kids, you don't mean like 8-year-olds, do you? They weren't like primary
of
school
course not.
kids.
There was 6.
What
But
the fuck? God?
they were like, yeah. So it was just like in the back of my mind during the whole trip up until that point. It was just stressing me out. But then so then it felt like I was in the bottle for a whole hour. And then when I got out and gave them the drinks, then yeah, it was all peaceful because I had no plans.
Yeah, even something simple like that, like you can overthink it. You know what I mean? Like when you're tripping, because you think about every aspect of something.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking about going into the bottle and you're like normally you think about going to the bottle, you're like, oh yeah, what drink do you want? Yeah, cool. When you're tripping, you're like, is the store attendant fucking looking at me? Am I gonna look like I'm tripping? Like, am I gonna forget what I need to get? Like,
Yeah.
oh.
It wasn't even that I was paranoid. It's just the fact that I had a responsibility instead of just enjoying my trip. It's just like, yeah.
Occupies
because
headspace.
it was all because of how trips have no time. So it's like I had no sense of time. So just waiting for the time of when I have to do that is like weird because I had no sense of time. Not that I had to do it, but you know what I'm saying.
I mean, why did you do it? Come on. You could have just said no.
Because I was just the guy that all the kids like. And he'll buy us alcohol. Right.
I mean, when I was a kid, I did love like that guy, like, or that girl. It was a girl for me when I was in high school. Yeah, yeah, man.
Do you remember that guy from Rouse Hill that used to buy us drinks when we were kids?
Not really. No.
Chavez or something. I don't know. He was a really funny cunt.
I don't remember. Oh, maybe I like.
And then he rolled you a ciggy.
Maybe I remember.
And we went to Audi in Rouse Hill.
Yes, I remember. Bro, that was so long ago.
Dude. It's so funny.
Like I forget like how difficult it actually is to get drinks when you're a kid. Like you used to go around walking in a parking lot, like asking everyone, like, "Wait, could you just get me some drinks? Like you can keep the change."
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "No, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
And then you have to pick someone like based on what they're wearing.
Yeah, legit. You have to judge their looks and be like, "Yeah, he's probably chill."
It must be so easy for cops to like decide who they're pulling over. Like the same people that would buy kids drinks.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I'm surprised. Like I never get pulled over in my fucking pimp van, but it's a pimp van. Like straight up, I look like I'm a pimp, and I never get pulled over. Like the bonnet's a different color to the body of the van.
You also never get chicks in there. I'm funny.
There've been a few chicks in there. There have been a few.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriends.
No.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No. That doesn't sound right.
I didn't mean it like that.
I'm never lending you my car keys again. So that's why the floor was all sticky. No.
George's blood.
But like, yeah, I forgot what I was saying. You have any questions? Fan questions?
Yes, I do, but I forgot them. I sent them to you.
I remember one of them.
One was, what's your sexuality? Was that what you're thinking?
Yeah. Oh man, that's so difficult to answer.
I'm gay, but I like putting my dick in pussy.
I'm fucking joking. Like, it's not difficult at all to answer. Like, I find dicks gross. Like, I find my own dick fucking gross. I'm like, why do girls even like dicks? Like, they're just weird, man.
It makes them whole. They have a hole inside.
Yeah, I get that, but like, I could never like other dicks. Like, that would just be gross as fuck, you know? Like, pussy's alright, but it's still pretty gross. Like, honestly, I don't even think about sex that much. Like, it's not something I'm trying to chase, you know? Like, I don't get why everyone's so obsessed about sex. Like, it's alright, but it wastes a lot of time.
That's true.
I don't know.
Hey,
I'm just not that obsessed with sex.
Yeah, and you can just masturbate, get over and done with.
Not even. Like, I don't even need to do that. I'm just like, fuck doing any of it. You fap, and then you feel weak afterwards. Like, you do dumbass stuff. Like, yeah.
Hey, yeah, you get less testosterone.
Like, I feel like sex is just something that, if it's meant to be, it'll happen, you know? Like, it'll come to you. Like, you'll see the right person, and you'll be like, fuck yeah, I want that.
Everything happens for a reason, except for the Jews.
But, like, what? What the fuck does that mean, bro?
Bro.
The fuck?
Imagine.
The fuck does that mean, bro? What the fuck? You need to explain that. What the hell does that mean?
Okay, you know how you believe everything happens for a reason?
Yeah.
Like, there's a balance in your life of good times and hard
I believe
times.
everyone learns the same lessons in different ways.
Do you believe that, like, the happy feelings in life equate to the bad feelings in life?
No way, bro. Like,
more happy?
If you're living your life properly, you'll be more happy than miserable. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, because of your mindset, eh?
But, like, of course there's pain to there's always pain, and then there's always like pleasure. And then like it's about finding pleasure in the pain, you know? Like when you're working and it's painful, like you don't have to be miserable because it's painful. You can be happy that it's painful. Like when you're working out lifting fucking heavy ass weights and it's like painful as fuck. Like some little bitches would be like, oh, it's I'm miserable. Oh, I do this every fucking day. Or some people are like, yeah, feel the fucking burn. Hey. Yeah, my muscles are getting fucking bigger. Fuck yeah. And like it all depends about how many fucking steroids you use and like how much testosterone you inject. And like you just gotta use a lot of steroids.
I'm about to break up with my girlfriend because I just want to feel that pain.
No! No! You guys aren't even together.
Huh?
How, like, you say that you're fine with her seeing other people and she's fine with you seeing other people. So how the fuck are you actually together?
She's not.
You need to fix your shit, man.
No, she's fucked. How can I be fine with her seeing other men? She's not fine if I see other women.
Maybe fucked. She's not seeing other men.
No, I'm just fucking around. Okay, back to the Jews before you rudely interrupted me. Okay, so, well, anyways, I believe everything happens for a reason. And you're right.
Why'd you say except for Jews? Why? Is it because of what's happening in Israel right now?
No.
Honestly,
I'm talking about World War II.
Like, I feel like it's making me hate Jews, like what's happening in Israel. But it's not the Jews that I hate. It's the people there. The people that are doing that. Because there's nice Jewish people in every country, you know?
Yeah.
It's not the whole group. Like, you can't generalize the whole group.
Not in Germany.
But of course there's nice Jews in Germany. There's there's nice people everywhere.
No, that's why they got in concentration camps.
They were nice people, bro. They weren't bad people. The Nazis were bad people for rounding them up and hurting them and stuff.
They're rich.
It doesn't make them bad. Like, I'm sure some of them are fucking assholes. What the fuck are you saying right now? Dude, I feel like fucking slapping the shit out of you, bro.
I'm just playing.
But like, the people in Israel right now, like, sure they're Jewish, but what they're doing is they're like, it's called an apartheid state.
Yeah.
And that means that they're creating a separation, they're creating a division, they're creating a racism.
So you're saying the Jews in today are doing what the Nazis did to them back in the day?
Yes.
That's so weird.
They're like, they're kicking out Palestinians and shooting civilians and bombing civilians.
Really?
And like, yeah, even... They're so fucking I've heard so many racist stories. It's not the Jews, it's the Israelis, right?
Yeah.
I've heard so many racist stories of like Israeli soldiers. Like there's all these African refugees that are coming to Israel because they want to work and they want to like start a life there where it's safe. Yeah. And then the Israelis are like, oh, we're going to get all of you sent back to Africa and you're going to sit under a tree and wait for a banana to fall in your mouth like the monkey you are. And I'm like,
whoa.
Like, there's all this racist shit like that they're doing. And I'm like, you guys realize, like, how racist the Nazis were to your group, and then you're just being racist to other people? Like, don't you understand that creating division is not making the world a better place? Like, sure, you know that other Jewish people are safe to be around, so, like, maybe that's all you want to be around is other Jewish people. But, like, creating a division just so that you feel safe is not okay, you know?
Agree.
Like, you gotta accept everyone and, like, help everyone to be nicer, help everyone to be a part of the community, you know? And, like, they're just creating such a racism. They're creating a state where only Jewish people are allowed. Like, fuck that, man. Fuck that. Like, your country's not a church. Your country's a country.
Yeah, I like every race except for Asians.
You fucking half Asian cunt.
Yeah, that's all I can say. It sucked it.
What's wrong with Asians, man? Once again,
really
they're not
bad
all
at driving. Nearly caused a car crash with me the other day.
I mean, you're pretty bad at driving.
I'm good now. I'm not allowed to drift no more.
You're not allowed to drift anymore. I did a fat drift today, actually, around a roundabout. Fuck yeah, I love when it rains, bro.
Let me get back to the Jew thing. No, because like the Jews in World War II,
Mm.
they just got forced into this horrible life.
So you mean there was
where's the balance of the goodness in their life?
There was no reason for that, you mean? Like, everything happens to it for a reason except like what happened to the Jewish people. There's not really a reason for that.
Exactly. At the end of their life, there's no good at the end of it. It's just all bad. The whole life through it's fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like, if you force something into happening like hard enough, you can fuck up that balance, you know? Like, if you force yourself to be happy, like, even when you're in pain, like, that fucks up the balance and you're always happy, you know? And, like, if you force, like, this group of people into misery, like, that fucks up the balance and they're completely in misery. So, like, generally, if you're not forcing your way through life, if you're just, like, going with the flow of things and just, you know, taking things as they come, not, like, trying too hard, the balance is there.
Generally, but the Jews didn't get to have that.
Some people like force things into happening. Like, I feel like that was sex. Like, people force sex. Like they go on Tinder and like madly swiping every day and like you walking out in public asking every chick for their number. Like you're forcing it too hard, you know? You're never gonna find the one if you're like trying to force it to happen, because it'll happen eventually, you know? Like you'll just be walking like through life and like you'll spot the one, you know?
Stop exposing me, man.
Everyone knows you're obsessed with sex, bro. Everyone knows that.
Hey, I gotta make up for all the sex my dad didn't get.
But like you don't, you know?
But you're saying in general it's even unless you force something. That's why I forced meth into my life. So I just want to always stay happy.
Shut the fuck up.
I take it every day so that I'm never sad. I also never sleep.
Why are we being interrupted again?
We're having some
I'm getting kind of mad now.
You gonna beat him up?
Alright, we're taking a break from the podcast. We'll be right back. Dick! What a dick! A fucking dick!
Dude. That kid's fucking autistic.
He's such a dick, dude. He just doesn't give a fuck, man. I ask him not to interrupt, and then 5 minutes later he interrupts again.
Dude, I like how he thinks like the clothes can get moldy in like
It happens to him a lot because he washes his clothes at like 11 p.m. at night.
Yeah.
For some why the fuck would you wash your clothes at 11 p.m. at night? I don't fucking know.
Oh, then he forgets it.
Then he forgets it the next day, and then like at like he doesn't even forget it. Like, he can't be fucked hanging them on the line when it's sunny. So he waits until it's dark again. So he waits the whole fucking day, and then it's like a hot day, so the clothes get all like sweaty and like moldy. And then when it's dark again, when it's like 9 p.m, he's like, oh, there's no sun, I have to use the dryer. Because it's way easier to put his clothes in the dryer. So then he comes down, fucking dries them, and they're all stinking because he's left them in there for the whole day. And I'm just like, dude, just wash it in the morning, hang out in the morning, and it dries.
Mm-hmm.
Like, anything you say to this kid will just go out the other ear. Like, it just does not get absorbed.
I think that's like the first time I was ever actually pissed at him.
Do you know how many, like, yesterday, right, I was trying to record a song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I just want some space to record my music. Please don't come down and interrupt, because I have so many recordings where he comes down and starts talking to me when I'm like in the middle of a recording. And you know what he says to that? He's like, oh, you want some space to record by yourself? Oh, well, I've created a whole bunch of songs. How about I come down and I show you all my songs, and then you can record my songs? I'm like, James, I just said I want my own space to record my own things. And then he's like, yeah, so I can come down and show you my music. And then, like, I'm asking you not to fucking calm down.
Oh my God.
And then he thinks that he should. Like, I don't get it. It's like always the opposite. Fucking little brothers, man. Fuck.
I wouldn't know. Yeah, fucking little brothers. Barney. What a little twat.
Ah.
Now that we're in like a bitchy podcast.
Yeah.
My
the
dad
vibe is bitchy right now.
My dad was like, you know how my dad's just like, oh, you can't, I don't take anything you say for serious because you're under the influence of something. He fucking like made sarcastic comments and like pushed his best mate away because he did coke. It was like, is it worth it just because someone?
I swear we talked about this last pod.
Oh, maybe I did. Okay.
But yeah,
sorry everyone.
Fuck that, man.
Sorry everyone.
I got nothing else to bitch about. And that's probably a good thing. There's nothing to bitch about. I can't bitch about
Life's
stuff.
good.
Life's fucking great, man. But like, if we have a podcast with James, it'll go so deep because we have this like giant religious clash where like our ideologies are direct opposites. Like he believes that humans can't do anything and we have to rely on God to do everything for us and we have to pray for everything. He literally thinks that there's no point of hospitals because everyone could just pray to be healed. I'm like, if that was the fucking case, why did they fucking make hospitals? God, everyone used to pray for everyone to be healed.
Because they're not Christian.
People died at, like, I went to a fucking cemetery, like, that was from, like, the 1800s, and, like, 40% of people there were, like, under...
Christians?
No, 40% of people there were, like, under 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
Like, most of the dead people were, like, little babies.
Gosh, wow.
And then the rest of them, like, 40% were, like, under 2 years old. And then, like, 90% were, like, under 50 years old. So, like, it's only, like, 10% of them were, like, actually over
from
50.
From the 40s?
In the 1800s.
1840?
Yeah, like 1880 or something, like 1800s. Yeah, it's in Parramatta, this graveyard.
Yeah.
You know what's actually fucked? They removed all the gravestones and like put all their names on this like plaque. But like, that's so dog. You can't just remove someone's fucking gravestone. Like,
they're gonna get cursed, man.
Their fucking family put that there to stay there. You can't just remove people's gravestone.
They're gonna get cursed by the dead people. It's so stupid.
It's so dog. Like, removing people's fucking gravestones, man. What the fuck?
What, just to save space?
Just to turn the cemetery into like a dog park? Or like just a grassy area?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so the whole thing just got removed.
Well, they left all the rich people's gravestones, of course, like the giant marble ones and stuff. But they got rid of all like the normal like peasant gravestones.
Wow.
I mean, I guess you couldn't really read them anyway because the rain like wore them down so much that you couldn't even read them.
Yeah.
But still, like, it's someone's grave. You can't just fucking remove someone's grave.
Oofed.
It's fucked.
Wow.
Yeah, I hope that never... I don't want a gravestone. I want to be buried in a pod that a tree grows out of so that my biological material gets used in, like, as a part of nature, you know? Like, I don't want my biological material to be, like, contained in a box that never gets reused, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's so fucked. People are just trapped in these boxes under the ground and their bodies, like, never rejoin with the earth. They're, like, constantly separated from the earth. Fuck that, man. I would rather die in the middle of the jungle and have a bunch of lions eat me, like, when I'm dead. So at least my meat is being used for something, like, useful. Like, fuck just being trapped in a box. Like, being incinerated is better, because, like...
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Being incinerated is better, because at least you're, like... Your material gets evaporated into the sky. And, like... I don't know. Where the fuck does it go? It probably gets rained back down into the ocean or some shit.
Just starts melting the ozone layer.
I don't know, because I feel like this whatever we're made out of, like, why would you keep it separate from the rest of the earth? Like, I want it to rejoin, you know? I want other things to use my body. You know, that sounded really fucked. That sounded fun. But I did, like, that's what I want, you know? I don't want to keep my body separated from everything.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm not even thinking about my death. It's so far away.
But the government has all these laws, like, they don't let you, you have to be buried, like, a certain depth, and it has to be contained because they don't want, like, the disease to leach into the ground and, like, spread. Like, what fucking disease? Like, there's fucking dead birds everywhere and dead fucking sheep everywhere. Like,
True.
You don't fucking keep them in a fucking coffin. Like, why do people get stuck in coffins, you know? It's fucked. I don't want a fucking coffin. Fuck having a coffin.
What about at your funeral and then, like, your freaking nieces and nephews can, like, lift the lid and be like, whoa, radical.
I want to be hung up by a fucking string at my funeral. I want a puppeteer to, like, use my body as a puppet and
Stop playing guitar. Stop being the lead.
Pretend that I'm still alive and use me as a puppet for a bit. Yeah, then my family would be nicely traumatized.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
The kids will end up being school shooters.
Like, fuck. I mean, I get, like, being in a coffin, like, while they carry you around. They're not just gonna carry around your, like, dead fucking diseased body.
Yeah.
You can't just keep that material separate.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Recycle. Recycle dead people.
Wait, so are you saying under graveyards it's just a bunch of coffins?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they just straight up put the body in.
Nah, bro.
Oh.
Everyone's in, like, at least a wooden box or something.
That's so weird.
It's weird.
I didn't know that.
I mean, I'm sure after, like, 1,000 years the wood would break down and they would, like, rejoin.
I thought coffins were, like, fancy for rich families.
They are. Like, some of them made out of thick fucking wood and, like, nice padding and, like, nice gold fucking handles and all that. What a waste.
Hey.
They're already dead. Let them rejoin with the earth.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that in my will. Son, if you take my money,
But
make me a mannequin at the thingy.
the issue is that's illegal. Like, you can't bury someone without a coffin. I'm pretty sure it's illegal. Like, the government is banning you from rejoining with fucking nature.
I'd rather just get burnt.
I don't want that either.
Yeah. It's better than coffin.
Take my body into the jungle and lay me down and let the fucking monkeys tear me to pieces.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
What if they don't want to eat us because we'll be too old? If we die of old age.
Whatever, all the flies will eat me or something. I don't know. Something will eat me. I'm pretty tasty.
What if... Well, you're going to die from a coke overdose. So what if the monkeys get high off your body?
Shut your fucking mouth up. Shut the fuck up.
So long as you're not living in Australia. Unless you're a billionaire.
I'm gonna die from... I reckon I'll die from, like going to space and then, like, waking up one day and forgetting I'm in space and then opening the door and then I just get sucked out into fucking space.
What the...
And I'm like, oh shit, wait, I forgot I was in a spaceship. Those are, like, my last dying words.
No, let's be real. You're gonna die in Oxford Street. I'm funny.
I mean, my body probably would be used there, but not for the right things. I mean, I would rather my body be used, like, in a way that helps other creatures, you know? And not in that way.
Oh. This is definitely in that way. I've met some creatures on Oxford Street.
I don't want to help creatures waste their time, you know? I want to help creatures, like, sustain themselves, you know?
Wait, are we still talking about the jungle or Oxford Street?
Both.
Oh.
Fuck, where do I get buried where I don't have to be in a fucking coffin? Someone has to murder me. Murder me and dig a ditch.
No, that's still... Oh, yeah.
That's the only way you get buried and not in a coffin.
Yeah.
Please don't murder me. I don't want to die. But if I do die, pretend that you did murder me and just bury me in a ditch. Thank you.
Bro, what are your thoughts on when we get old? Medicine will be so good. Like, are you gonna... What do you reckon you would take and wouldn't take as medicine?
I reckon it's getting to a point where, like, no matter what condition your body's in, they'll invent, like, a digital world that's timeless. And then your body, it'll be like the Matrix. Like, everyone's body is, like, in a capsule, like, being, like, with IV drips and all that shit. And then, like, you just live in, like, this digital world that's all fake, but it's, like, so realistic that you, like, that is real. Or, like, that's where the world goes next, is, like, into some digital world. And then everyone just ends up forgetting that there was even a real world to begin with. And then, like, eventually, like, the digital world gets fucked up and everyone wakes up and they're in, like, the real world again. And they're, like,
And they're fat ass.
they're fucking, like, 90 years old and, like, rotting. Like, fuck, dude. I honestly think, like, like, surely in our lifetimes they'll come up with some kind of VR. That's like...
That's actually real.
Yeah, you know, like some kind of VR where people would choose to live there instead of in actual life.
Yeah, like that movie, Ready Player One. Have you seen it?
I think so. Is it where he just like keeps respawning every time?
Yeah. And then like...
Kind of like that.
And then when people die in the game, they like suicide in real life.
You know what's the stupidest fucking thing? Like having drone wars. Like people, like countries fighting, but there's not actually people fighting. You're just drones destroying drones. Like you're never gonna get anything accomplished. Like
Is that
both
happening
sides.
in Israel?
That's where the armies are going. They're like, oh, we don't want our people to die, so we're just gonna create robots to fight other robots.
Dude, freaking
What's the point of having a fucking
suicidal
war?
drones.
Like, just save the materials and use them to build buildings or something.
Dude, the freaking Muslim terrorist drones, they're just like, la, arak,
Shut the
and
like, straight up, it's such a waste of time and materials to just have drone wars, you know? Like, it's such a waste, it's even more of a waste of time and materials and, like, actual life to have a real war. But, like, it's just, like, so comically stupid to fight as drones. Because, like, you're not actually achieving anything, you know? You could endlessly fight forever, and you could have just used those resources to build, like, spaceships or something, you know? It's so fucked. Like, I swear they just... The army has nothing to fucking do or something. They just can't think of something to do, so they go choose someone to fight. Why do people fight like that? I don't get it.
Do you reckon in our lifetimes leaders will... it's already happening actually. Like leaders will get into psychedelics and then not have these big egos.
100%.
The freaking California mayor is like into mushrooms, eh? Otherwise he wouldn't make it legal.
How am I all out of food?
James.
All out of food and drinks.
It's the easiest question you asked today.
I'm gonna have to sustain myself on grape vape.
Yeah, go for it.
What was your question?
So what position do you like in Oxford Street?
I don't even like Oxford Street because my boy Gustav isn't even there anymore, so no point in me going there. Gustav was the only reason I ever went to Oxford Street.
Is he gay or just his brother?
I don't even know if he has a brother, but Gustav was my drug dealer.
Oh, that Gustav! Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I was thinking of, remember from school?
I'm not into gay shit, man. Like, I'm barely into straight shit, but I'm definitely not into gay shit.
Yeah. I forgot what I was saying.
Were you feeling
No,
like, were you getting nostalgic about Gustav?
You remember Gus from school?
Yeah.
His older brother.
His name's not Gustav, was it?
Gus's older brother was like Ty or Chad or some shit like that.
He went to my uni.
Gus or the brother?
His older brother went to my uni. He did
no
like filmmaking or drama or something there.
He's such a good singer.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Tried to get him.
He was in like the play at our school. Eh?
I got suspended before the talent show.
No, not the talent show. There was like a play they did, like Beauty and the Beast.
How was the talent show? Who won? What performance was it?
I don't remember, but someone did like a really funny one. I think it was Andrew Bidney, man. He just did like the funniest thing ever, man. I fucking
Just
love
like
Andrew
stand-up
Bidney.
comedy.
No, not comedy. Like he played some song, but it was just like really funny. I don't even know if it was him. Someone played like the funniest song, and it was so good. I remember once we played. I was in the talent show once with Andrew Bidney, and we played Smash Mouth, like All Star.
The fuck?
You know All Star? Like, hey now, you're a rock star.
Oh yeah.
Go play. Like, yeah, we played that, and like I was on bass, and I was just so fucking stoned. And like the bass sound was like really quiet, so like no one could even hear if I was playing or not. People were like, is he even playing?
Did they not like do all the audio correctly?
It was just fucked. It was completely fucked, but it was so funny because it was All Star. It was just hilarious.
That's sick.
Oh, I was in the talent show one time with this band of like Asians. Like these Asian girls were playing with me. Like this Asian girl was on keyboard.
Yeah.
Asian girl was singing, and like we played Boulevard of Broken Dreams at the talent show.
How's that go?
It was you know the Green Day song? You know Boulevard of Broken Dreams?
No.
I walk a lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's on.
Stop now. I don't get taken down.
I walk alone, I walk alone.
That sounds.
You know
familiar.
that song?
Yeah, I know that song. Yeah.
My shadow is only
Dude,
one walks
when I was living in
beside
Gold
me.
Coast with my mummy,
My shadow.
like there was like this kind of performance day. It wasn't like a talent show because it was just everyone in my year.
Yeah.
And then all these like people did their performances, like music stuff. This Asian kid on the piano, he was like playing some Mozart, some crazy shit. And then I asked the teachers, I'm like, yo, can I play something before we all leave? And they're like, yeah. And I stole the whole show.
What'd you play, bro?
I played this really spooky story. It goes like, dun, dun, dun. There was a man called Frederick. Dun, dun, dun. He was evil, like some shit like that.
What the fuck?
And then like suspense. And then fucking slammed the entire piano with all the keys. He ate him!
What the fuck?
And bro, I became the most popular kid after that. Cause like all the other songs, like people were just sitting there politely listening, and then my one, everyone was like,
it would be so
slapping
unique,
their
so
mouths.
different to everything else.
Yeah.
If it makes people laugh, man, like that's what takes the show, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much talent you have, like if it's not funny, it's never gonna compare to something funny, you know.
Dude, for our gigs we're gonna have, I've already written so many funny lines that we're just gonna say in between songs. I have an idea when we have merch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, yo, Aiden, what are you wearing? And you're like, oh, this is Sabatix merch. You can buy it at the desk at the back for $25. I'm like, holy crap. I'm gonna buy one right now. Stuff like that.
I'm sorry, but that wasn't funny at all, bro.
Oh,
It's kind of funny how not funny that was.
Wow, my ego.
Yeah, you could have rep merch better than that, I reckon.
We'll just improv heaps of shit, eh? We'll just be like, Aiden's gay, that's funny.
Why is it always gay with you, man?
I don't hate gay people.
Then why is it funny to you? I don't get what's funny about it. Like, it's not funny.
It's like that podcast we were talking about, retard. Like, why is it funny?
Why is retard funny? Yeah, that's a good point. Why is retard funny?
Theoretically, it ain't, but it just is.
Yeah. I don't know. It just depends what mood you're in. It's just funny if you're in that mood.
Yeah, it's not like we hate gays or retards. It's just funny.
I don't know. I don't find it funny.
No?
I don't know.
It's so gay.
It's just not funny.
Little chuckles. It's just not funny.
It's not real comedy, you know?
I think the only part of it that's funny is that you don't expect it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just random. Yeah. Just the timing of it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you're thinking about boys, eh?
I'm thinking about how many times this fucking podcast got interrupted, man. It really killed my mood. Should I play my song?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play my song for you guys. This song is called DMT Song.
Ooh.
Yeah, G. Ooh. Oh, that out of tune. I think I need a tune.
Dude, we're live. Well, there goes the 14 billion subscribers.
No, we're good. We're tuned now. We're tuned. Okay. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. You're everything I could ever want. Please just please me. Please just please me. You're everything I could ever want.
Woo! Hey.
Wherever time may go, I will always follow through. Wherever light may be, I will always live to see. You are always a part of me. You are always a part of me. Your bark has even more bite than before. Your heart beats harder and faster than all. You take all that you can get because all you want is more. All you want is more.
Woo! yeah.
When life bites us under the moon, we carry on, we'll follow the sun. Life blinds us, but we find it fun, so we carry on, we'll follow the sun. She won't guide you, but she will remind you that there's no time to live on the run. It has begun.
Oh yeah. What was that song
I
you
fucked
had?
it up a little bit, bro.
What was that riff you had was like, I don't remember. It was like do 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 do.
I don't know, man. Which one?
I remember it uses like a diagonal on the thin strings.
Ooh.
It was just really sick riff.
I don't remember.
Okay.
There's so many.
I'm playing KFC, promoting Sabatives.
Let's go. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, my G.
Do you have a pickleless?
Pickleless. Yeah, bro.
Standard. Fighting for vengeance, fighting for pride, finding what's genuine, what's raging inside. Let it all out, free this burden from me. You can't see my shadow, you won't let it go. Yeah, boy. Oh, I can't wait to play this live, bro.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and you'll be singing that part, not me. Bro, I can't believe last pod I was like, oh, you know what? I want to sing actually. Like, just listening to you now, your voice is so like...
What do you mean?
Your
I
voice
fucked up
gets
that song so hard, man.
Dude, just in general, your singing voice, as much as you hate it, it's like really crispy and it has like... it's
do,
like a fine aged wine.
I know, but I'm such a perfectionist that no matter how I sing, I'm like, oh, I could have done that better. Like every single time, I'm like, man, that could have been better. Oh.
Yeah, how do you think I feel listening to my album?
Right, yeah, that's how it should be though. Like, it takes years until you're like, alright, that's good. Like with DMT song, that time I played it, it wasn't perfect, but like I was recording it the other day and it was perfect. Like I got the structure perfect.
So are you like waiting till you get your new laptop to like properly lay it out with drums? Right.
Recording is at a halt because my computer is fucked.
Yeah, just delete shit.
It's just fucked.
Are you still gonna rock with Ableton?
It's good, and when you have a good computer, it's actually good. You know, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with my computer, man.
Last revision I did with Xerix, we were just roasting Ableton.
Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, I do like it. Like, if it works well on my new computer, I will use Ableton. It's better than Logic. Like, Logic Pro is the least logical of all the music apps.
What do you think we're recording our podcast with, huh?
Probably GarageBand.
Logic. Bro.
Logic.
Yeah.
You can't even export, like, MP3s in Logic. Or, like, it's like, buried in settings. Like, I find it so hard to export my music in Logic. It's not logical, man.
Your bark is harder than my cock before. You want to talk about anything else? You wrap it up?
I I'm still triggered about that James interrupting, man. I got so triggered about that. Fuck. What happened to me not letting other people affect my vibe, you know? What happened, man? God, I need to work on myself.
Dude, it's like that applies to the workplace because they're not family, but like when it's family, you live with them, so it's kind of like an ongoing thing. It's different.
I mean, you kind of live with your workmates as well if you work there long enough. I mean, you do because you get a new job every 3 fucking days. Like, yeah, I get what you mean. I feel like it should be more peaceful at home, and just it's not peaceful at my home. You know?
Yeah.
I just don't like. My mom's good. My mom's so nice. Like my brother just doesn't listen to me. You know.
At least you're older than your brother, so you should have more authority. Theoretically.
Thing is, he doesn't listen to my mom either. And not for a good reason. Like, I'd never listened to my parents because I knew what I wanted to do. And, like, they didn't agree with it, but I just did it anyway. Like, he doesn't listen to them because he just is too lazy or something. Like, she just allows him to take the day off school when school's fucking at home anyway on Zoom. How can you take the fucking day off school when it's a video call, you know?
Yeah. Dude, next time he, like, yells at your mom, you should actually bash him.
No. Like, that just creates less peace, you know what I mean? It's a difficult situation.
You're right. You can imagine how I'm gonna raise my kid.
I don't want to. Like, that's sort of why I'm not into sex, because, like, there's a risk that you're gonna have a kid, and, like, my parents had me by accident, and, like, I had the most fucked upbringing because of that, and, like, they had the most fucked marriage, and they ended up getting divorced because, like, they didn't really love each other, but they were forced to be together because they had a kid, and, like, I don't want to continue that, like, generational loop of, like, having a fucking shitty upbringing for your child. Like, I want it to be planned out, and I want it to be perfect, and I want everyone to be ready, like, financially and mentally and everything, you know?
Yeah.
Like, fuck those accidental kids, you know, man? Like me.
Yeah. I'm accidental too, except my parents broke up before I was born, so I didn't have to worry about a divorce.
That's probably worse. Is that
it's
worse?
better. No, because you're used to just parents being separated. It's just normal.
Yeah, I guess.
Whereas
yeah, it is worse to see everything, like, crumble.
Yeah, for you had to go through a change, whereas I didn't.
Like, honestly, the best part of my upbringing was when they got divorced. Like, the worst part was when they were together and then they were not happy about it.
2 Christmases, baby.
Not for me. They just banned me from fucking Christmas. My dad's side just bans me from fucking Christmas, man.
Back to 1 Christmas, baby.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. You wrap it up?
Yeah.
This has been your boy, Aiden Pronger. We out.